Hello, happy Black History Month. So today we're going to talk about those leaders that struggle for independence of African countries. Those who sacrifice their whole life to bringing independence and freedom to African countries. Number one, I'm going to talk about Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary and politician who served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. So Nelson Mandela, thank you for fighting for black rights. Thank you for fighting for black race. Thank you for fighting for South Africa. Number two, we're going to be talking about Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, of Tanzania. He presided over Tanzania for 23 years. Mwalimu Julius Nyerere played a lot of roles. He played a role in the formation of African Union, and he spearheaded the formation of East African Community. You see? So Julius Mwalimu Nyerere played a big role in the formation of East African Community, about the unity of Africa. So Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, thank you for all you did for the African. Thank you for what you did for the African continent. Number three, we're going to talk about Patrice Lumumba. Remember the gold, all the resources of the Congo were about to be taken, but Patrice Lumumba fought so hard for the Congolese. He fought as a Congolese anti-apartheid colonialist and nationalist leader, the first to hold the position of Prime Minister of Democratic Republic of the Congo, between June and September 1960. Patrice Lumumba, thank you for your service to the Congolese. Thank you for the service to the African. Thank you for representing, for fighting for the black race in Africa. Thank you, Patrice Lumumba. Number three, we're going to talk about Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah was a Ghanaian politician, political theorist, revolutionary, and he served as Prime Minister of the Gold Coast from 1952 until 1957. When he gained independence from Britain, he was then the first Prime Minister and then the President of Ghana, from 1957 until 1966. So Kwame Nkrumah was also a founding member of the Organization of African Unity. Remember? They were all talking about the unity black race. Kwame Nkrumah was fighting for a unity of black people in Africa. So, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, thank you. Thank you for all he did for the Ghanaian. Thank you for what he did for the African people. The next one we're going to talk about Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya. He formed and advocated violence resistance, known as the Mau Mau Rebellion, Mau Mau resistance against the British colonists in Africa. Mau Mau stood firm with his people to defeating the British until Kenya gained independence from the British in Kenya. So Mwalimu Julius, thank you for all you did for the Kenyans. Thank you for what you did for the black race in Africa. The next one we're going to talk about is Nnamdi Azikiwe, a Nigerian. Nnamdi Azikiwe led the NC onto the important 1959 federal election, which preceded Nigerian independence. So these are heroes. Thank you, Nnamdi Azikiwe, for fighting for the Nets. Thank you for standing for the black people. Happy Black History Month. We're celebrating our leaders. The next one, we're going to talk about the Leopold Sedar Senghor of Leopold. Thank you for standing up for the Senegalese. Thank you for standing for the Africans. We have to acknowledge our leaders, those who stood up for African liberation struggle. Leopold Sedar Senghor, ideologically an African socialist, Senghor was one of the major theoreticians of negritude. He was proponent of African culture, black identity. Remember, this man is for black identity. So Leopold Sedar Senghor, he stood firm. Identity. He stood firm for the black struggle. So Leopold Sedar, thank you for representing the Africans. Thank you for standing up for the African identity. Thank you for struggle for Africans to exist in Africa. Thank you. The next one we're going to talk about Sam Nujoma. Sam Nujoma. Sam Nujoma, born in 1929, is a Namibian freedom fighter, anti-apartheid activist and politician who served as the first president of Namibia from 1990 to 2005. Remember Namibia. Namibia is one of these countries that was actually about to be exterminated. Has the black people about to be actually finished by the colonialists. So thank you, Sam Nujoma, for Namibians and standing up for the black race in Namibia. You did a lot. We appreciate you. We appreciate all what you did. Now the next one, we're going to talk about Joseph Lagu. Joseph, a Sudanese general who fought the Arabs in the northern Sudan. Joseph Lagu triggered the independence of South Sudan. Today we have South Sudan as a country. Without Joseph Lagu, we won't have South Sudan. General Joseph Lagu is a founding father of independent South Sudan, who was the commander-in-chief of the Anyanya forces, okay, and leader of the Southern Sudan Liberation Movement, okay, as part of the peace agreement between North and Southern Sudan, which led to the struggle for the independence of South Sudan. So General Joseph Lagu, thank you for struggling for Africans. Joseph Lagu, you are one of the founding fathers of South Sudan. Without you, we will not have South Sudan. So thank you for all you did. So thank you and happy February. February is Black History Month. So we have to tell our history. We have to thank those who sacrificed for the liberation of Africa. Thank you for those who put their life online to bringing independence of Africa. So you may have more that you have. You can add it in the comment here. You can add it, add more people that liberated, that fought hard for the liberation of Africa. So subscribe in our channel. Subscribe so we can bring more content. So happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to all of you. Thank you. Keep telling more Black History Months. Okay? Keep telling more Black history. We do have a lot of untold histories. If you have, put a comment down and then I'll make a video about it. Thank you so much.